Of the Dallas Cowboys. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Bacardi. Live passionately. Drink responsibly. Bacardi. And by Mahindra. Find your nearest Mahindra dealer at TexasMahindraDealers.com.
Now, your hosts, Taylor Stern and Brad Sham.
Welcome, everybody. It's the Cowboys Hour, and thank you all for joining us. We got a terrific crowd at the Omni Frisco tonight, and thank you very much for coming out. And we have, for the third year in a row, delighted to be able to give you an opportunity to get to know the brothers Smith, Rod, and making a proper Hollywood entrance. Jaylon Smith and Rod. Would you give Jaylon and Rod a big round of applause, please? Thank you. Thank you both. Appreciate it. Jaylon just got out of the cold tub, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how long are you in the cold tub?
Man, 10 minutes.
And it's cold.
Oh, it's super cold. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Get you right.
Wow. Okay, well, if you want, you can take your backpack off, unless you want to sit with it on. It's America.
It's a style.
It could be a look you're going
I think
for.
I'll leave it on. How
Okay.
about
All right, whatever you want.
Yeah.
So just to remind everyone, this is our regular Monday night stop during the Cowboys season. We are here at the Omni Frisco. We have a great place to enjoy the fine food and beverages from Neighborhood Services, and Taylor and I are delighted to be able to welcome everyone around the Cowboys Radio Network and to look into the little cameras that are set up right there for streaming live on DallasCowboys.com, so everyone can see Jaylon and Rod's very handsome faces, and and so this is what we do. When they win, we talk about that for as long as everybody wants to. And when something other than that happens, we acknowledge that there was a game, we address it briefly, and then we move on to the rest of real life. So that's what we do, because our mission here is to give you an opportunity to get to know our guests as human beings, and that they are. So thank you. We do thank all of you who have come out. And this given yesterday's game, this terrific crowd is a testimony to the popularity of Jaylon and Rod Smith. That's what I'm going with. These folks have come out. Am I right? You came out to see
They came out to see you.
Appreciate you guys, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
no,
you.
It was Brad, yeah.
No, I've been doing this long enough to have empirical evidence that they are not coming out to see me. This is absolutely the truth. But we do appreciate you coming out, and so we'll talk a little bit about the game first. And when I say a little bit, I mean a little bit.
Why is there a Michigan fan over there? He has a Michigan t-shirt.
Where's the Michigan?
That is
Where?
ridiculous.
I see
You
him,
see
the
it?
big M.
That is
That is a true Notre
Terrible.
Dame
Yeah.
alum right here to be
Man.
spotting that out.
Where-
I mean, even Ohio
I definitely
State.
don't acknowledge those guys.
He's right on the field, and he put his kid in one too.
Oh, my Lord.
But I saw that you won the bet in the locker room with
Yeah.
Taco and Jordan because,
Yeah.
of course, they went to Michigan,
So I'm aware.
and he had them wear some Notre Dame shirts.
They look good in green.
Did you provide those for them, or did they have to buy it too?
No, I provided it.
That's nice.
And you won't even say the word Michigan, right?
No, I don't really
That's-
like
that-
to
that
go there,
school
go down
up
that
north.
route. Nah,
Right?
don't go down that route.
Isn't that what they call it in
Yeah,
Columbus?
team up north.
That's
Team up-
the
team
team
up
up
north,
north.
yeah.
The team up north. Okay.
Big Ten bros.
Good eyes on you spotting the guy. That's about 50 yards away. So good job by you.
Clear-eyed
Taylor
view.
Stern. Clear-eyed view. Look
True
at you.
definition.
Look at you playing up to the guest. I like that very much.
Here for the motto.
That's good. So Jaylon, when you were getting out of the cold tub and Rod was here and sitting, he said, well, Jaylon will be along. And I said, was it like this when you were kids that you were early and he was late? He said, no, it was the other way around. So I would like
no doubt.
is that true? Was he late?
Yes, facts. It was the roles were definitely switched.
Wow. Wow. What else about we will get to the game in a minute and the overall state of the union, but I'm curious to know at this stage of your professional and personal lives, what else about the roles have switched? What's not like it was when you were kids?
I don't know. I think I was the more vocal when we was younger. I kind of I think I stepped back and let him take over, and I just played the background.
Okay, when did that happen?
I don't know when I went off to college. The spotlight was always on me from Pee Wee to really all my life. Playing sports, but Yeah, I kind of just fall back and just just be normal, be a normal person.
Now, I wish I could show everybody this awesome picture I found of the two of them when they were little on the internet.
Sadly, it's radio.
Sadly, it's radio, but it's a young photo of them. How old were you probably, Rod?
I was probably like 5.
Has Jaylon
I'll show
seen
it
this?
to
Does Jaylon
I'll
know what
show
you're
it
talking
to
about?
It was chunky Jaylon.
So that's what
This
he
is
said.
a baby picture, kids. This is a baby picture of Baby Rod and Baby Jaylon. So go ahead, it's radio. Describe it.
So yes, Rod is laying on his stomach, and Jaylon is kind of next to him in his jean overalls, just smiling as ever. And you can definitely
Chubby
tell that.
cheeks.
Yeah, chubby cheeks. Rod is definitely the older brother.
Chunk of mom.
He's bigger than him. But the biggest difference, he said, that's when Jaylon was a chubby guy. Would you believe that this guy right here, this all-pro linebacker, is a chubby
Well,
guy?
he has to be voted all-pro. He's got all-pro
I'm voting
potential.
for
Let's
him.
let's give him. Let's let him earn it.
I'm gonna vote for him.
Let's
no
let
doubt.
Yeah.
Clear-eyed
Let's
view.
let him earn
do
it.
it, man.
But
That's
still,
what I
I mean, when you don't look at the pictures, well, how old were you guys in that picture?
You have it?
2 and 3.
Yeah.
I'll tweet it
I
out.
was probably about.
Dude.
I was probably about 2 years old. He's probably about 5. We're like 3.5 years
Apart. So you
yeah.
I mean, do either of you remember?
Oh, I remember.
You
yeah,
do?
Yeah. That picture was taken.
Or was I younger than that? I was younger than that.
Nah, you was probably like 3.
Yeah.
I was about 5.
Yeah.
How did you get along then?
No, I mean, yeah.
I
don't
mean,
really
all
remember
all brothers fight going up, but
that.
we always wanted, beat each other. We was real competitive growing up. Always wanted to beat each other, and
They never let me play the video game.
he was the little brother. He was the youngest out of all
I
of
had
us
the
for a
control.
while.
I had the controller, but it wasn't plugged in. They made it.
Make him feel good. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
What video games were you playing?
Well, he wasn't playing one. He was just playing with a controller.
Rod, what were you guys?
I don't know. He's probably playing some sports or some type of
Now, some of you
action game.
Some of you
Grand Theft Auto.
have been here before when we have had Rod and Jaylon on together, and it's such a great story that they get to play together. That doesn't happen very often. I think that there are 2 other times in Cowboys history when they've had 2 brothers playing on the team at the same time. I think that's right. But some of you have heard this conversation before, but for those who haven't, and you guys will forgive me if we bring up a couple of things that have come up before, and we'll get to them. But let me just get to yesterday. First of all, Rod, you answer first. You're the older brother. My brother's here. I'm the older brother. I have an affinity for older brothers.
Okay.
When you have a game that doesn't go the way you want it, and you kind of don't expect it to go that way, do you go right to sleep? Can you sleep, or are you up all night?
I mean, you can like when you lose a game, you don't go out there expecting to lose. So when you do lose to a team that you feel like it shouldn't have been, that hard of a game. But it's the NFL. Everyone comes out there. They come to play every game, so you never know what's going to happen. But you watch the film. You lay your head down. You wake up. You come take care of your body, get in the cold tub, and watch some more film and just and get back after it. You can't just be in the past. You got to keep moving forward because the next game is coming, and I know none of us definitely like our next game going out. We don't plan on going out there and losing. We want to win, so that's our focus.
When you win, do you go to sleep pretty quick, or are you up celebrating all night?
Nah, it's kind of. It feels good when it feels good to win. You don't have that bad feeling, that bad taste in your mouth. But it's still the same. You still come in the next day, take care of your body, and get ready for the next week, next game because nobody cares about just because you lost the last week's game. The next team is coming in trying to beat you, and we definitely can't let that happen. It's going to be a home game. It's not going to have the fans behind, and it's going to be a good show.
Jaylon, personally, when you were at Notre Dame, now tough loss. Do you sleep well, or are you up replaying the game?
I mean, it's the same thing. 24 hours to reflect on a win or a loss, and it's about moving on. For me, I'm a sore loser. I hate losing, so I get a little time to reflect. You know what I mean? Particularly on things that I did wrong. Things that I could have done better to help the team. And then from there, like Rod said, it's just about preparation for the next week.
All right, I'm gonna stay with you for just a second and talk about the defense, which is playing really, really well the first 3 games. and a lot of us think it's got a chance to be one of the best in the league. And I know from some pictures we've seen that you guys feel the same way. Linebackers have a little group. You've gotten yourself into the Hot Boys defensive line group. Tell everybody what's going on.
Yeah, what's the Purge about, too? Because we know the Hot Boys.
I hate
You
the
don't know?
Purge. Is that your...
About the Purge Squad?
I hate the name.
It's scary.
I hate the name.
I don't like it either.
Purge Squad.
But you want people to be scared of it, right?
Yeah. So we.
I bet you came up with it too, didn't you?
No, it wasn't me.
Who was it?
It was Justin Marshall-Lard.
Really?
Yes.
Quiet little Justin who nobody never says a word.
The name was kind of given to him by Damian and a few other guys, but basically throughout camp, we experienced moments, each of us individually, where we either knocked someone back really hard or hit a tight end or hit an offensive lineman and just purged them. So,
Oh my God.
So from there, we became the Purge Squad, and we turned it into an LLC.
Of course you did.
You turned it into a real LLC.
Of course you did.
Man,
and you're selling
we got all the legal work done.
And you're selling Purge Squad T-shirts, aren't you?
Yeah, we got a chance to
These
speak
guys are
with
young.
Sean's attorney, and so it's a movement. It's a movement, and then you know about the Hot Boys.
Yes.
You got into the picture. How'd that happen?
Yeah, because I'm a pass rusher. I'm second leading the team in sacks.
Hashtag humble brag.
Yeah,
I hate myself already for asking this, but how do people acquire a Purge Squad T-shirt?
You have to demonstrate.
Oh, you can't buy them. You can't go on a website and buy them.
No, you have to demonstrate. Purge Act.
How could Brad demonstrate that?
Listen.
All right.
In your profession,
Yeah.
where you're strategically dominating.
Yeah.
So if you're in, IT management,
Yeah.
or accounting, you're knocking out, a different type of, periodic table or, things of that matter. So
Brad's going into his 40th season.
No, I'm not going into it. I'm in
He's
it.
in his 40th season. I feel like that is a purge. I feel like that counts. You could get a shirt for that.
I think you're purging the show right now.
Yeah.
It might be.
Yeah, it's just how you're leading it, and you got the crowd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Got a nice view,
Yeah.
Good
Okay.
food up here.
Okay. We're going to take a break. I'm going to have Jaylon talk to us a little bit more about what's going on with the defense. I feel like there's something building in the real, not just in the subgroups, but I think in the whole defensive room, I got a feeling that there's something good going on. And Rod's going to talk to us a little bit about how the offense is going to go back to work and straighten things out. And then we're going to talk more about Rod and Jaylon growing up. And in just a minute, the sun is going to drop behind that building, and I'm going to be able to see all these lovely people who are here at the Omni Frisco. And we are delighted to have you with us. We'll have a microphone moving amongst the crowd a little bit later if you would like to ask Rod or Jaylon a question. Right now, this is the Cowboys Hour, the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour, brought to you in part by Albertsons. When it comes time to shop for tailgate favorites, go to Albertsons and Tom Thumb. Get 10% off your groceries every Dallas Cowboys game day when you wear your Cowboys jersey. Albertsons and Tom Thumb, the official supermarket and pharmacy of the Dallas Cowboys. And by Omni. Next time you travel for an away game, here's how to make the most of it. Stay with Omni Hotels and Resorts. They have 60 premier locations coast to coast with things like world-class spas, championship golf, and great dining. Visit OmniHotels.com to learn more. Omni Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel of the Dallas Cowboys. Taylor and I will be right back with the Smith brothers, Rod and Jaylon, after this.
Get in the game and go to Albertsons.
The official first responders of football players everywhere. Visit AMR.net to learn more.
Back. To the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour.
Supported by Albertsons.
And broadcasting live from the Omni Frisco at the Star.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour. I'm Brad Sham with Taylor Stern and our special guests tonight, the annual appearance of the Smith brothers, Rod and Jaylon.
Yes, and tonight we are lucky to be here in part by Lou Casey Bootmaker, now open at the Star in Frisco. Shop from a variety of world-class handmade cowboy boots, as well as all new signature apparel and accessories. Visit their brand new store today and experience the tradition that is Lucchese Boot.
Lucchese Boots. Okay.
Yeah, you do it so well. You do.
You do it well.
I know, but you just have that magical voice. You do.
It's magic. Thank you, Taylor. Thank you so much.
It's magic.
It's
He
not
is.
magic.
Legend.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Legendary.
All right, let's
Brad Sham.
let's
Brad
talk for
Sham.
just a minute. Okay. Thank you very. You got the gig, Jaylon. Okay, good. Okay, Rod and I were talking before we went on the air about when any part of a football team is in a little bit of a slump. I won't insult you by saying the offense is in a little bit of a slump right now, will I?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
You've heard
Thank you.
worse.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
Ooh.
Well, I would say scoring 8 points and 20 points and 13 points is probably not what you want to do to win most games. I think being last or next to last in the league in third down conversions, that would indicate a slump to me. Those are two things right off the top of my head. You disagree?
I just think, fans kind of want an explanation of what
Sure.
Brad Sham, means when he says that.
Yeah, I would say they're not playing at the efficiency they're capable of, and they know that. This is not a surprise. When you don't make third downs and you don't score points, it's probably not so good.
You're definitely going to make me work hard this week in practice, I'll tell you that much.
And that's what we were talking about, not because I said it, no. But that's what we were talking about because every fan wants to know every game. Doesn't matter, first game, 3 games, doesn't matter. If the offense is not performing up to someone's expectations, the question is, what are you going to do about it? How are you going to fix it? The answer is usually, we're going back to work. We're going to practice. We're going to break down the tapes. We're going to look at our mistakes, and we're going to work on it. Now, people don't ever want to hear that, but that's the truth. That's the real right answer. So, Rod, would you just amplify on that, what we talked about a little bit ago?
Yeah, our performance has been unacceptable. We know what we're capable of. We got a lot of guys on our offense that can help us, put up points. And we know what we got. I'm gonna sound kind of cliche, but we really do got to go back and get to work. And we got to come out fast. We got to just come out and play the ball that we know how to play. Because when you look at the roster, we have those playmakers on the team. It's we just got to collectively, as an entire group, we just got to go out there and get it done. And I think every game is a learning experience. And next week, I feel like we definitely have a lot, to piggyback off of and get better at.
I will show you some generational differences between now and when I started doing this job. Practice rules were different, roster sizes were different, rules of the game were different. But when Leroy Jordan, the legendary middle linebacker of this team, in the Ring of Honor, right, and he used to say, and Bob Lilly used to say, when the offense was in a slump, the defense would take it upon itself to go to practice and make the offense get better, work harder against them. Jaylon, I don't know if the game is structured that way anymore for you guys to try to ratchet up the pressure on them a little bit in practice and make them beat you. But if they can beat you, they should be able to beat most people, right?
Right. We we do a lot of situational stuff to where we go against the the ones, but a lot of it now, the way the game is structured, CBA and all of that good stuff. It's a lot of the the scout team, the 2s and the 3s that we're going up against. So. But I feel like Rod he said it best. You got to get back to work and figure it out. We're all professionals. We've been playing since we were 7, 8 years old. We know how to play the game the right way. We just got to do it on Sunday.
Rod, was yesterday kind of a surreal moment for you because a lot of people don't realize that you were undrafted by Seattle. You were there and then, of course, came down to the Cowboys and have now made your way as the second back. But to go back to Seattle and to be with your brother, and they have 2 brothers on the other side.
Yeah.
Was that kind of a cool moment for you to soak in?
Yeah, it was kind of dope for me because, like you said, I came in undrafted, and they gave me my real first opportunity. If it wasn't for them, for the Cowboys, maybe not have seen me. But yeah, the first time we went up there, I was hurt, so that preseason game I didn't make it. But this game I got a chance to go back, just to go out there and just, that stadium out there, they get pretty loud out there, and just to be out there and seeing some old familiar faces, it just made me want to go out there and just compete, just go out there and just show them what they missed out on, what they let go. Like I said, every game I step out there and give it my all. So, but that game was definitely kind of special to me because they gave me my first real opportunity to play in the NFL.
So, Jaylon, let's talk about the defense as a group. I don't even want to talk about coming out of training camp. I think it started at the beginning of training camp, coming out of OTAs. You guys just looked like you had, as a group, something special going on. Mm-hmm. Tell the people about that, please.
Yeah, I mean, just the culture that we've built, the foundation, when we began back in March, has just been amazing. We have a great group of guys. We're young, we're hungry, and we want to win. Our performance yesterday needs to improve tremendously, and that's something that we don't take lightly. We're going to go back and correct it and be great. Like we know what we're capable of. So. But we're a close niche. We view ourselves as a tribe. So, we're here.
I thought you played well enough to win a lot of games yesterday as a group. What did you not like about it?
Too many big plays. We can be way more dominant, stopping the run, and we didn't cause any turnovers. It's about taking the ball away. We can score points on defense. We have those guys who are capable to do that. I believe we had 2 sacks yesterday. That's not up to our par. We need at least 5 a game. So it's just something that we hold ourselves to a very high standard. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to win.
Do you lobby Coach Richard to blitz 54 just a little bit more?
Ooh.
Define lobby. I'm sorry.
In his ear, hey, Coach.
Blitz.
Let me go.
Send me out.
He sees it in my eye. I don't have to ask him.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my fair share. The better that we stop the run, the more opportunity I'll get to blitz the passer. So. We got to do that first.
Yeah, Brad and I were talking a little bit earlier today, and the kind of the roller coaster so far of this season is, the down up feeling. And you guys are both pretty active on social media. Do you check that at all? Do you read that? I mean, I see what you're sharing on your own, but are you seeing what people are tweeting, or you just ignore that?
Yeah.
If
you can't help but
if you're on
see
social media, you can't help to see, but to see it. But you see it. You choose what you take in.
Yeah.
What social media says doesn't matter. They're not in those locker rooms. They're not in the meeting room studying and working their butt off to prepare for this game. So they really don't know what's what. They just giving their opinion, which they are entitled to their opinion. But like I said, you take in whatever you want, but at the end of the day, you got to go out there and do you.
How do you ignore something that is dumb and hateful? Because there's a lot of that out there.
I don't know.
Block them out.
Yeah, you can block it out. You can delete it.
Yeah, don't play.
Don't read it. Don't read anything. It's a lot of strategies about going around it.
Do you feel like you've gotten better since you've been in the league, matured a little bit since maybe your time at Notre Dame, or?
Even at Notre Dame, I never really paid attention to people's comments.
That's good. That's hard to do.
But when you were at Notre Dame, people's comments were about how great you are every single day.
They still have their opinion.
No. It's very, very love and hate-ish, much like the America's Teams fans.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yes, I think that probably prepared you. You probably both of you, in fact, went to perfect universities to prepare you for the experience of being a Dallas Cowboy. We will be back with more with Rod and Jaylon on the Cowboys Hour in just a moment.
Yeah, and we are brought to you guys by Jack Black. Want to use what the pros use? Jack Black is the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys. Get your Jack Black Playmaker for JB Faves plus a full-size lip balm for just $10 with free shipping at getjackblack.com. Use code Cowboys and Albertsons. When it comes time to shop for tailgate favorites, go to Albertsons and Tom Thumb. Get 10% off your groceries every Dallas Cowboys game day when you wear your Cowboys jersey. Albertsons and Tom Thumb, the official supermarket and pharmacy of the Dallas Cowboys.
Back on the Cowboys Hour with Jaylon and Rod Smith right after this.
WinStar World Casino and Resort, the official casino of the Dallas Cowboys. Back to the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour,
Supported by Albertsons.
and broadcasting live from the Omni Frisco at the Star.
And welcome back to the Cowboys Hour. It's our regular Monday night stop. Taylor Stern and I are delighted to be joined by all of you who are here tonight. We encourage you to come on out, meet your Cowboy favorites, and I always love having this show, always for the last 3 years since they've both been here, Jaylon Smith and Rod Smith, because I like them so much individually, and I love them even more together. It's such a great story, so I apologize to both of you for rehashing some old ground, but there are so many people who haven't heard it that it's just always fun for me. So Rod's the older brother, and you looked up to him. He was your hero, right, when you were a kid?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. You know, like Rod mentioned before, he was always like in the spotlight, the greatest player, greatest young player to ever come out of our hometown. Like, I looked up to him. Everyone envied him. So it was, for me, it forced me to be great because I didn't want to be the little brother that was just mediocre, you know. So, it calls for a lot of nights of, you know, while he's doing extra push-ups, you know, I'm getting down on the floor doing them with him. And, you know, or he's outside running extra laps, you know, I go outside and run with him. And it just helped me.
Why did you decide to play defense when he was playing offense? Because of that fact?
Well, I wanted to hit people instead of, you know, instead of getting hit. You know, I wanted to kind of put the punishment on people. I've always had a passion for, you know, kind of laying the hit and sacking the quarterback. But it just kind of developed into my own niche, and then I wanted to take my own path. So instead of going to Ohio State, you know, I chose to go to Notre Dame.
There was no way you'd have gone to the same college he went to.
No, that was my second choice.
It wasn't?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I was actually going to be, like, I would have been there with, like, me and Zeke would have went there together and all of that.
Wow,
good
how
stuff.
about that?
But I wanted to take my own path. And I'm a mama's boy, so Notre Dame was a little closer.
And the fact that you went to a private high school, Rod, you were in public school, right?
Yeah.
And was that also part of that, taking your own path?
Yeah, well, I went to Catholic high school, and, like, the whole vibe changed when I got an offer from Notre Dame. And I really didn't know why until I visited. So just, you know, basically just the experience, you know, that I was able to receive in South Bend, the camaraderie, the connections. Notre Dame is global. So thankful.
Rod, when did you know that he was going to be at least as good as you?
Shoot. Probably, I always seen it in him growing up, to be honest. But
you weren't going to tell him that?
I mean, he knew. I mean,
no, I know.
It runs in the family.
I know he knew. I want to know when you knew, because my brother who's here has got two grandsons who are a year and a half apart, and they are terrific little athletes, and they really love baseball right now. And so the older one, for a while, thought, okay, I'm good, and I see he wants to be like me, and okay, he's good, but I'm good. And then there came a point when the younger one is starting to get closer to him, and we knew from when they were a little bitty, he's going to pass him by.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's passed you by.
So you want to know what's that memorable moment?
I want to say, when did you look at him and say, uh-oh?
So, it's a lot of them, actually, but the one I give you, so my senior year, his freshman year in high school, it's the week we play each other. You know, we sang I'm on one side of the party, and he's on the other side of the party.
Ask him who won.
And not even just played. This was for the state title, right?
No, this wasn't for the state title. This is regular.
But it did go down to the state title,
He
right?
did end up going down to the state title and winning that year. But no. So anyways, we playing the game. He was playing fullback at the time. He was leading up. So he came up, and it was me. It was my chance to hit him. It was either hit him or make the tackle. I hit him pretty hard. He got back up. I got to talking. Yelling at him or whatever. So probably the next series or two, he comes and gets I want to say a flat route out of the backfield. He catches it. I'm chasing him down. His receiver blocks me. He keeps running down the sideline. He runs over our starting safety, our starting corner. I'm talking about running him over, completely run through him. Just stay up. See, he's still up. Keep going. Ended up stepping out of bounds at the maybe 2 or 5 yard line. He comes back yelling at me like he just ran me over. I'm like, dang. But at the same time, it's like, man, why you let him do that to you? But at the same time, it's like, man, that's what I'm talking about. Keep on
That's
going
my
at
brother.
him. Yeah, keep on going at him. But yeah, that game right there, you know what I'm saying, it was no question. I'm like, oh man, he's gonna be a star. He's definitely gonna, surpass me.
All right, so he's your hero. When did you know? Okay, I caught him. I'm as good as him.
Man.
I still got some tricks up my sleeve.
Yeah, he still got it. We go at it in practice every Thursday. We do one-on-ones and we go back and forth, who gets the victory. But it was probably my junior year, end of junior year of high school, where I was like, okay, I got a chance to really be as good as my brother. And, I had worked my entire life up to that point just to get up from under his shadow. And, once that happened, it was just, nothing but love because I was forming into my own self, my own person, my own player. And I think we fueled each other, to get here, to the position that we are today. And, being that it's our third year, together. My third year in the league, his fourth year, but third year playing on the same team. It's amazing. It's amazing.
I don't know if you remember this, Rod, because this was a long time ago. This was your first year on the Cowboys, and I remember we were standing there.
With Taylor, it's only 3 years ago. That's not a long
hey, some people just don't remember these things.
Some people have been on the earth less time than other people. 3 years.
Facts. True that. But we were standing there, and we came up to you. This was Jaylon was still a senior, and it was before, I think, any bowl games or anything like that. And we came up to you, and we're like, Jaylon, is he getting ready for the NFL and all that? And you're like, yeah, he's ready. And I think we asked you, is he going to be a Cowboy? And you're like, he should be. Fast forward, he is. And for everyone who's seen the incredible moment when you get the call from the Cowboys, you're right there. Mm-hmm. Was that just as cool for you as it was for Jaylon?
Man, it was it was blessed. It was probably one of his biggest
You're
days.
crying too, aren't you?
I was holding it in, but I shared it some. I ain't gonna lie, I shared a few tears. But no, though, it felt like I got drafted. I was just flying back into the city to get ready for the draft, and I'm coming back from Dallas. I've been in Dallas for the past few months playing, so I come back. We all just chilling. We got the family and friends, our close ones around us, back in our hometown. I think that's what made it so special. Being from Fort Wayne, Indiana, it's rare. It's rare, but we starting to produce a couple more athletes. But yeah, though, I seen the 214. I'm like, man, that's Dallas. That's Dallas.
I know that number.
Yeah. He got excited. We both got excited. He answered the phone, and I'm listening in.
Jerry Jones.
It's Jerry Jones. I'm like, man, are you crazy?
I know that voice.
That's crazy. But man, it's been a dream come true. I wouldn't change nothing at all. Like how everything happened, I wouldn't change nothing because it brought me, you know what I'm saying, to be back with united with my brother. I mean, we was already close, we've been around each other all our life, but
we had never got a chance to play together.
We never got a chance to play with each other, it's always been that age difference. But like I said, man, like Jaylon, he fuels me. I feel like I fuel him. I think we both collectively make each other better, and I think it's a good energy, that we bring to the Cowboys.
Is it even better then however age, pick an age, I don't care, when you said how it'd be cool if we could play together on the same team, is it even better? Now you're both key members of the team. You're both key contributors.
It's a dream come true. Like last week when we got our first win, like he was like the special teams player of the game, and then I was like the defensive player of the game. And it's like a picture up at the at our practice facility, and it's like I want to get that monumented because it's like and send that to our parents.
I know some people. I could get those.
Can you do that, Brad? 40 years, right? 40 years?
40 years. Would he get a purge shirt for that?
I can.
He would definitely get a purge shirt.
You have to do that now.
You want like a posterization of the two of you from that moment.
Yeah.
We'll get it done.
I can get that.
All right.
We'll get it done.
Facts.
Now, last year when you scored your first touchdown, obviously Jaylon ran onto the field to celebrate with you, and your touchdown celebration was so unique because everyone's doing these crazy things, and you laid down to pretend like you were sleeping. And when you were asked about it, you said it's because you feel like people are sleeping on you. Yeah. Will that still be your celebration this year, or you think you got something else up your sleeves?
I don't know. I definitely feel like people still sleep on me. Definitely, but I got some more stuff on my sleeve. When I touch the end zone, we'll see what happens. You never know what's gonna happen.
Right, now, speaking of celebrations, what gets you to break out the swipe?
Yeah, where's the
what
swipe?
is a swipe-worthy moment?
You see that hit on Eli?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Who didn't see that hit on Eli?
Did Eli say anything to you after that?
Ow.
No.
Did you hear the breath leave him when you hit him? Because that was a purge moment.
That was big purge moment.
Yeah.
Big purge moment.
Yeah.
That was like if I was investing in private equity and I was, starting a fund, raising a fund, and I got it all, and it's like, oh my gosh, 2-3 years, I received 2-3x of my money, sold the company. It was like that.
This is a business mind. Are you seeing this?
So
Young entrepreneur, man.
Does it take that kind of does it take a sack or that kind of a hit to bring out the swipe?
Third down stop, some type of momentum, switch or tackle for loss, something of that caliber. That kind of ignites the team.
I could do the swipe too. I play kickoff. I make tackles.
But would you? I mean,
inside the 20.
But wouldn't that be taking his move?
Oh no, it's a family thing. It's all good.
But we couldn't do it. We couldn't do it. We're not related.
We got it trademarked and all. We did.
Well, you know what? I actually believe you. I actually believe you.
Hashtag clear eye view.
Will you do that?
I've done it before. I've done it last year.
Versus the Rams.
I'm looking for the swipe.
Yeah, you'll see it again.
More swipes.
You'll see it again.
Have you ever been able to do the swipe in the same game?
No.
Not yet.
We got to change that.
That is the challenge I am offering you for Sunday.
Okay. Gotcha.
Challenge accepted.
Swipe against the Detroit Lions for each Smith.
Okay.
Double swipes.
That would be good. That would be a good thing if you're a Cowboy fan. Okay, we are going to give you an opportunity now to ask Rod and Jaylon some questions. Delighted to have the Smith brothers with us on the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour at our regular Monday night stop, the Omni in Frisco.
Yes, absolutely. We are presented by Omni tonight. Next time you travel for an away game, here's how to make the most of it. Stay with Omni Hotels and Resorts. They have 60 premier locations coast to coast with things like world-class spas, championship golf, and great dining. Visit OmniHotels.com to learn more. Omni Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel of the Dallas Cowboys. And Lucchese Bootmaker, now open at the Star in Frisco. Shop from a variety of world-class handmade cowboy boots as well as all new signature apparel and accessories. Visit their brand new store today and experience the tradition that is
Lucchese Bootmaker. We'll be right back.
The excitement of Dallas to the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour.
Supported by Albertsons.
And broadcasting live from the Omni Frisco at the Star.
Welcome back. It's the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour. I'm Brad Sham with Taylor Stern. Our special guests tonight, Rod and Jaylon Smith in birth order. And
chronological order.
Yeah, and before we go to questions from this great audience we've got here at the Omni Frisco, I think perhaps this is the last year we'll have any reason to ask Jaylon anything about the remarkable trail he's marked out for coming back from that injury in the Fiesta Bowl. But because people are now just starting, people here are just starting to get an upfront, in-person look at you playing near your peak. Tell people who didn't watch a lot of Notre Dame games how they can tell that you are what you want to be on the football field in terms of physical.
I mean, I'm a playmaker. You know, I can cover, I can tackle, I can run, I can pass rush. Just a jack of all trades, and that's why you know, Jerry Jones drafted me in the second round a couple years ago. You know, after me dropping from being a top 5 pick, he believed in me. You know, that I was going to return. You know, to that high caliber, you know, type of player, and you know, now the world's getting a chance to see that. You know, with my health being a lot better. So I'm blessed just to be able to play the game I love again. Very thankful.
When you carry a receiver, like I remember there was a time in practice, you know, you ran down the length of the field with Cole. There's been at least one time in these first 3 games where I don't know if it was McCaffrey or Odell. It was Odell Beckham. That's exactly right. And so do those guys ever look at toward the end of the play, do they ever look at you and say, "What are you doing here with me? You can't run with me"?
Yeah, absolutely.
They're
like, man, you got some speed on you.
And you love that, don't you?
Yeah, I'm just trying to execute my job.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Before we do get to the fan questions, because they're fun and they're good, I just have to know, if you guys have seen the Unfiltered series that these guys did, they revealed something about themselves that I thought was very unique. Their favorite food is catfish and spaghetti, and together. So tell everyone, because you guys said it was a Midwest.
You got it.
Midwest thing.
I don't know. I mean, it's, you know.
Is it good?
It's fire. You know, if you want to throw a little bit of sugar on your spaghetti,
That's
just a
like
little
Elf.
bit, not too much. It's fire. Trust me, you gotta
garlic,
try it.
some garlic bread.
Some garlic bread. Come on, man. Some hot sauce. Some red hot.
Mom make that?
Y'all like that Tabasco sauce down here. You gotta get red hot. That's
Yeah,
what
we like Frank's.
Sugar on your spaghetti. I want to just make sure I heard that.
Yeah,
right.
just not too much. Just a little, you know.
Just a dabble.
Tad,
Come on.
little dabble.
You don't
Yeah.
need it though. I'm just saying. But if you,
Yeah.
the kid for the kids.
Okay,
Like
for the kids,
Do
of
it
course.
for the kids.
Of course, for the kids.
I try to stay away from the sugar now.
Like a teaspoon and a half. You know.
That's like the movie Elf. They're putting sugar on their
Yeah.
spaghetti.
Okay. All right, Stephen. I know we got some fans with questions for Jaylon and Rod.
Yeah, we have Isaiah here with a question.
Hey, Jaylon, I was wondering what your thoughts on the new quarterback rule was and how that interferes with you purging quarterbacks.
Man, it interferes tremendously. You got to understand that this game is about the quarterback, and you know that's what has the the fans and the crowd and all of that good stuff. All these dollars from sponsorships, etc. But it's just football is a dangerous sport. It's the last gladiator sport. No matter how safe we try to make it, it's just tough and it's hard. And when, we're making, hits on quarterbacks that are clean hits and getting flagged for it, it's really not a lot that we can do. We tackling a guy that's, and when we put our body weight on him, it's just hard to control that without injuring yourself, trying to avoid. It's really nothing that we can do about it. You just got to, if you're ever caught in that situation, you got to talk to your agent and hope you can get that fine reduced.
Have you
That's the secret.
have you seen the tape of Tyrone's play yesterday?
Yes.
And so what was your opinion live and when you look back at
Just
it?
a clean hit. Simple as that.
The
And-
body weight rule.
And how did
Clean
you
hit.
avoid
Clay Matthews, clean hit.
Yeah, how did you
Clean hit.
avoid doing any of that to Eli?
I avoided it. I didn't fall on him.
I mean, were
just
you
purged him
were you-
without falling on him.
He laid it away.
I put my, just straight shoulder.
that's the key.
No type of head. But Eli was supposed to go down. He was supposed to slide. He wasn't supposed to do that. And I just had to make him, pay for it.
You ain't gonna do that again, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet
You don't want to be purged no more.
No. You don't. But do you think with these new rules, do you find yourself thinking about get to the side of him and keep your
it
head?
happened to me in the preseason versus Andy Dalton versus the Bengals, and I got shook. So I said, you know what? I just got to check. My mentality has to be the same. Purge until he gives up. And when they give themselves up, then it's, you can just fly by, fly over, don't do nothing stupid. It's a quarterback league.
You're aware that you are an interesting dichotomy. This clearly deep-thinking, soulful person who wants to purge people. I mean, you understand there's just a little schizophrenia at work there, don't you?
Well, a lot of the legends, they talk about, the switch.
The Weapon X.
Flipping that switch, and it's just something that both of us, we possess.
Smooth and clear-eye view.
No, big smooth and little smooth.
Big smooth.
And little smooth.
And booby mouse.
You feel me?
And booby mouth.
All right, let's come back here.
From quarterback rules to dance moves, got Courtney here with a question.
Holla. Okay, big smooth and little smooth. Speaking of smooth, DeMarcus Ware starts on Dancing with the Stars tonight. If given the opportunity, is that something you guys would say yes to? And if you were both on the same season, who makes it farther?
Oh, Courtney, I love that question.
I definitely
he got the move.
I definitely would do it. But I don't know. Jaylon got some moves. Don't let him fool y'all. He know how to dance.
Man.
But I don't know. I definitely would try it. I actually watched it. He pretty smooth.
What's your signature move?
Signature move?
Yeah, like what are you doing out there?
On the dance floor.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just feeling the beat.
Yeah, it's based on the beat.
And you're the singer, right?
Yeah, I got them vocals.
Do you?
Vocals.
What do you like to sing?
Man, Fergie.
Fergie? What's your favorite Fergie song?
Big Girls Don't Cry.
Can you give us 3 bars of Fergie singing?
Right.
Can you give us three bars of that?
Off the record. Off the record, I got you.
Okay. I'll work on it. I'll work on it for
audience.
next year. Stephen, we got time for one more. Is Stephen still out there? No, Stephen can't. Okay, we're back.
Like
Good.
a living schoolmate in the schoolyard. Yeah.
Snaps for him, people.
Boo.
All right. You guys are, I will reiterate what I said before. You're tremendous individually, and you're even better together. And I don't think we could be as glad as you are that you get to play together, but we're all close. It's great to watch. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Jaylon Smith, Rod Smith.
Appreciate y'all coming out.
Taylor Stern, thank you very much. Thanks to all of you for being with us. It's our regular Monday night stop right here at the Omni Frisco, and we hope to see you again next week. Safety Jeff Heath will be one of our guests next week right here at the Omni Frisco on the Cowboys Hour.
Get in the game and